The Mellow Brick Road is a park bench magically transformed into a podcast, and its hosts are not experts, so their advice should never be followed. Also, this is not a show for kids. This is a park bench podcast, not a jungle gym. Hi, everyone. Welcome to path number 158 of the Mellow Brick Road. I am your host, the famed Missouri cryptid, the Mark Twain lake rat, Van Windsor.
Oh,
What's up?
okay.
I'm here to noodle you. You noodle my friends. I give you the noodle.
That's illegal.
That's
Not the
illegal in
way
the
I
state of Missouri.
not the way I do it.
Ew, that's definitely illegal
It's
then.
definitely more illegal the way I do
Yeah.
it.
Good night.
How about one of you guys introduce yourselves?
Oh, yeah, I'm Mason. I'm here and I like salmon. I don't like salmon, actually. Well, let's scratch that.
All right, hey, can we do a take two? Take two. No, hey, can we get the salmon out of here? Get the salmon, cut the
Yeah,
salmon bit.
yeah.
Cut it. We don't
We,
need it
we
anymore.
just we had a falling out in high school and it's just
It's
I don't
awkward.
know, man. Yeah, yeah.
Took one look at him, she
Yeah.
threw up. Get the salmon out of here.
Yeah. But I am Mason, and I am 7'6" in my dreams.
Seven,
Wow.
7, 8 in my heart. Good man.
Oh, nice. 7'8" too tall though, because then you're like getting really close to the ceiling. So 7'6" is preferred.
My name's Trace, and I was going to eat a popsicle when we started this, but I
Dang.
ate it too quickly, and
Yep.
it's gone now. So,
I hate the
the,
disappearing popsicle, man. I don't know why they
yeah,
make that.
I ate it too quickly, and I
Mm,
should have grabbed more than one.
It must have been
yeah.
hard to eat because it was probably melting as it got closer and closer to your extremely irradiated face.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
know if that's visible on camera. I'm torched,
I
buddy.
know I know how torched you got yesterday.
My
I wore
shoulders,
I wore a long sleeve. Oh my
I feel like I
God,
got
look
the
at
same
that.
color
Oh
as
my
Mason's shirt.
Lord, Jesus Christ, dude.
oh.
Oh
Eh,
no, dude, that is
Hot,
red.
I got
hot.
redder than I meant to.
Oh, I want to give you a smack so bad.
What's really
Mm,
dumb is our sister was like, "Hey, it's a UV10, which I guess is high," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And then the sun didn't come out. We were in the
Yeah, it's
rain.
true.
It
We
was
were in the
raining,
rain for a hot second. Yeah, that was fun.
and I was in the water for most of it, and I still got smoked. So
yeah, because like the water molecules like make it a magnifying glass. And so
It's
it's just
true.
like
is that real?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like in
that
cloudy
that
weather
that
too.
was
Like it bounces off some of the
it. We
sunlight.
were
Oh
legitimately
yeah.
swimming while it was pouring rain. It was like the coolest feeling ever.
Let me just
That is
say
fun.
cloud burn is real. Cloud
Yeah.
burn does exist. Even though the sun is not out out at the moment, the UV is getting through the clouds, bud.
Oh yeah.
You're just not seeing the lights from the sun.
Yeah.
Right.
I just put on some icy hot, so we'll see if that helps.
I also had icy hot on my
Mm,
shoulders because I was very sore.
Can you imagine how
mm.
stupid that would be?
I
That'd
don't
be
Put
know. Could it
icy
be
awesome.
hot on it.
worse? Like, I don't know.
What if
It
you got
honestly isn't. It looks way worse than it feels. I will say that.
Do you think
Yeah.
it's weird
Oh,
that people put oil
great.
on their skin when they go outside in the sun? Isn't that
Yeah.
weird? Isn't oil like
That's
for
strange.
because I always associate oil like when I hear oil, I think of like cooking oil.
Cooking,
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think of
exactly what I was gonna say.
putting oil on my skin doesn't seem like it would it's like one of those it's like a tanning oil. Like it's like you put it on to get more to absorb more sunlight, but
Yeah.
not
I
like
think
Yeah.
burn.
I think back in the day when there was more ozone to block it, like it was probably a good idea. Probably not today. Like I think you'll get just as tan, but I'm very ignorant to this
Hmm.
subject. So
Oh,
take it with a bottle of salt.
I was about to ask a bottle of salt. That sounds weird.
I feel like that just means like definitely don't listen to me. Like,
oh, I
take it
knew
with a
what you
grain of
meant. It's
salt.
just no,
Like,
no,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
the
I like
phrase
that. I like
bottle
that.
of salt just sounds a little bit weird.
Isn't that
Um,
just soy
yeah.
sauce?
I'm picturing a baby bottle full of salt, and you should not be giving that to your child, Trace.
No, yeah,
I
I
told
do
you this
not.
time and time again. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask you
Those
then,
are rocks.
since you're saying that they are, that is true. Salt is rocks. That so then
Crazy.
why do they say rock salt then? Isn't that like saying ATM machine? Anyway, I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you. Well, it's not well since you said that you don't know anything about
Rock.
sunscreen. I was gonna ask what you guys' preferred brand is. You like Banana Boat
I
people
do like
or
banana boat because it's
just
got a good
generic
smell.
DG like Dollar General? Sorry, when I say DG, it's that's a local slang. DG.
I just
Um,
whoever has it because I won't. I never
yeah,
have.
Yeah,
I
same.
have
I
never
don't buy sunscreen.
I
Yeah,
have never purchased it in my life, and I've never applied it to myself. It's always like my mom doing it when I was a
Lucky.
kid,
Oh,
or my wife doing it
never wore it as a kid.
now. But my wife wasn't present yesterday, so it did not get done. It just didn't occur. So
The last 5 years of my
yeah.
life, I've started realized I have to start wearing sunscreen. I didn't put any
yeah,
on yesterday, but only because I had a long sleeve
yeah.
water shirt on. So my legs, and I was in the water most of the time, so my legs didn't get burned. My face, I can kind of see my nose and my cheeks a little red, but I had this bad boy on. Love this bad boy. It's got the lake on it. See,
Hell yeah.
we were up this and way, or wait, no, this and I'm not gonna point out
No,
my
no, you were
location.
right.
No, I wasn't right. I'm not gonna point out my location.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
think
know.
that was
Don't dox
I
yourself.
live over here where the marina is.
no, I think that's where language and speech is.
This is a this is a tattoo I would get. I'd get the lake tattooed on me, like on my
I
hand.
agree. I'm
That'd
ready
be
when you are.
badass. Snaking on my hand.
Okay.
That'd be sick. That'd be a
Yeah.
sick tattoo. Only because I saw one when I was in a guy in Montana on the White Rapids. He was a boat guide. He
He had
had
one
a
of Mark Twain Lake.
it could have been Mark Twain. Like it was like I think it was just the river, but it was like going down his fingers. It was so cool looking.
They weirdly
Uh,
all kind of
Yeah.
look alike. Like if you look at lakes like silhouettes, you're like, oh, they all kind of look the same. It's really strange.
well,
Yeah,
water
nature
eroding
is
the
very
ground.
uniform.
It's true.
Yeah.
Nature is very uniform. Except for circles. You'll never find a perfect circle. Or no, 90-degree angle.
Or the color
Relative.
blue.
Or the color blue. That's true. That's
Yeah.
not found in nature. Super strange. Except for
Super
frogs.
strange. Speaking of frogs, I had a frog in my bathroom this morning when I woke up.
Ew.
Wow, what was a French person
Ew.
doing in your bathroom? America.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. We're like this country's
scary.
like those people, when it's like someone gets to like 99 and then like you're like, oh man, they're so almost to 100, can't wait, and then they die before they get to 100.
Betty
That's how I
White.
feel like
No, you can prestige if
right.
you want.
That's how I feel like the American experiment's at right now because we're at 200
Whoa.
we're at 249 years. Are we gonna make it to the 250? Right? I feel
Right.
like we're like
Yeah.
it's like the Hunger Games where like the first Hunger Games book was like the 74th Hunger Games, and then like it all got fucking crazy. Like Katniss fucked it all up before the 75th one.
Spoilers.
And those books have been out for so long. They're like on I don't even know what the movies are even about anymore.
Yeah, I
Except
don't
like all
either.
this stuff, I have no idea. But it's like that. Whatever I was saying before. Let's get into the show. How about that?
Okay.
I do have an
Sure.
opening. Here's my opening question. And
Okay.
well, I kind of have two opening questions, which I did last week also. So I'll try to not do that as much. First question: Armageddon, Independence Day. What's your 4th of July movie of the day?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. for me.
Sandlot.
Oh shoot, dude! I didn't watch
I
Sandlot.
don't care about
yesterday.
either of those movies.
4th of July was days ago, a couple days ago.
You guys had on
According to this recording.
I don't even know which one it was. Independence Day? I don't even know.
Independence Day was on. I'd
When I
never seen
walked
it.
in the house
I'd never seen it. Yeah,
and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like
I
never
wanted to
seen that
watch-
movie before.
I wanted to watch Armageddon.
Good movie. Good movie.
It
Yeah.
was really good up
Will
until
Smith, Jeff
I-
Goldblum.
dude, I did not know Jeff Goldblum was in that movie. I knew Randy Quaid was in that movie. I thought he was
Randy
the
Quaid
president.
is my favorite.
I thought he was the president in that movie before I started
No, he's the
watching
crazy guy, right?
Oh yeah, I found that out
Yeah.
pretty quick because he was putting.
He's the best character in that whole movie for
well,
sure.
here's the lead up to the second question. I was watching it. I was so hooked. I was like, "This is awesome." Bill Pullman is the president. This is the best movie of all time.
That's cool.
Casper was in his cabinet. It was nuts. And and then Will Smith showed up like 30 minutes into the movie, and I was like, because it's Will Smith. This is Independence Day, so this is like peak Will
It's
Smith.
like the 90s.
Yeah, this is like
It's like a
peak
90s
him.
movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But then family started showing up and things just got a little bit wild. And I was telling Mason before we started recording, it felt like the movie was on for 4 hours. It was
Yeah.
so long. And I don't know. I saw Will Smith and I just thought, I don't know. It felt kind of weird because I was thinking about the slap and I was thinking about he has that weird, which it's just a weird new song about liking pretty girls where he like dances around. He like at one point he's like
Yeah,
singing to
it's
himself.
called like I
And
Like Pretty
the
Girls.
first Mason, the first four rhymes are he rhymes tonight with tonight with tonight, and then he says right. I think the last one's right. I know the first three are all tonight. It is head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Wait, hold up, pose. What? The
Okay.
beat, I like the beat. I like the flow. I don't like the lyrics. His 90s rapping about not cussing is better than this, I think.
Hmm.
And so like my question is Will Smith's career tainted? Like like Michael Jackson's would be. Even if you don't think he did anything with those kids, if you listen to Michael Jackson's music, sometimes that'll pop into your head and it'll bum you out. And now you're not
Yeah.
in the mood for sweet, funky jams, right? So, is Will Smith's career has I don't know if you've seen that I Like Pretty Girls video. Watch it, get back to
No,
me,
I don't
and let
want
me
to.
know has his career crossed that line, like where it's like, or not his career has his actions crossed a line where like those almost overshadow his past career, which is great, like a Roman Polanski, where it's like I don't want to watch a Roman Polanski movie. That guy like fucked kids or whatever. No, thank you. Even though
Oh,
his movies are really good. Leon the Professional is a great movie.
I don't think you can say that, by the way. But
What that he had sex with children, Roman Polanski. I think he
yeah,
moved away from the U.S. because he was about to get fucking arrested for it. So I think I can say that because it's
well,
true. Did that. He did that. So
there's probably a better word you can use
Oh
than being so
man.
graphic.
he grabbed them by their little genitals
No,
Whoa,
and
no,
whoa,
no,
then
no, no,
whoa,
no,
loved
no, no,
them.
no,
whoa,
no, no,
whoa,
no, no,
whoa.
I'm just telling
no.
you what he did. I'm not saying, oh, dude, you should have seen it. It was sick, dude. I loved it. No, it was
No.
disgusting. He's a disgusting human being, and yeah, he's a disgusting person.
Can I ask
Okay.
a
He's a
clarifying
pedophile.
question?
You can call out pedophiles and roast them.
Yeah, you can call them a pedophile. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, I shouldn't describe his actions
Thank you.
We
because they're
we've
gross.
gotten away from the question. Can I ask a clarifying question about Will Smith's song?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Why is he like 3 inches tall in the video? What does that mean?
There's a lot of
I'm
editing. See,
confused.
this is my issue with Will Smith, where he should have after the slap, before the slap. I don't know when it was. Let's call it 5 years ago. He should have. He has so much money, right? He's one of
Yeah.
those celebrities that like everyone knows. He has tons of money.
Yeah.
He should have just like a Dave Chappelle or an Eddie Murphy. Step back.
He should have done
No
the
social
Homer
media.
Simpson into the
Stay with your
bushes.
family.
Yeah.
Don't leave your mansion, your estate
Yeah.
property or whatever. Just like
Don't go
hang
on your
out,
wife's
chill.
podcast video.
Don't make videos about your wife fucking other dudes
Yeah,
and
don't
your
do
son's friends.
that.
Don't do any of that stuff.
Don't put that out
But
there.
he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He was
Yeah.
like he wanted to be president, which is attention is a disease. It can be a disease. He really wants to be in the center, and it's fine. He's a leading man. But my thing with him is he would do the YouTube videos and like all the Facebook reels and the Instagram reels and all this stuff. Everything he makes looks like perfect, right? He's like a perfectionist. Like everything, like it's like the highest production value, the best cameras, the best editing. It's always like really clean. But like it's like even like his like YouTube videos or his like Instagram videos where he's like just making an update. Like you can tell it's like he's wearing makeup. There's a lighting crew. Like it's all like very properly cinematography, and that's just like is weird, right? It's
Um,
like
I
I
will
don't know.
say, like, when you started the question, I wanted to like fully jump on, like, he's done, but like relatively to people like Diddy, R. Kelly, Roman Polanski, like those people, it's hard to say, like, I mean, yeah, he hit a guy in the mouth, and I love Chris Rock. Like, I'm definitely on Chris Rock's side in that, but I don't know if he's done anything extreme enough to warrant like a full cancellation of him.
hmm.
But like
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
don't think
stuff.
that.
No, no, no. I know.
And the women,
I'm taking it a step further.
the women in the I Like Pretty Girls video are like age appropriate looking. It's not like they're like look 18-year-old
I
girls.
yeah, I
That's
have
you
it on
gotta
right
give
now.
them
I
that.
agree
I'm
with
not saying
that.
it's again the music. I like the flow. I like the rhythm of the song. It's the lyrics and like just the weirdness of like the editing, like with him being small. There's a part where he's rapping, like there's not rapping to himself, or he's sort of rapping to himself, but like he's not really. It's not really like a conversation. He's like this Will Smith says a line, and like this Will Smith says a line, and like while the other
Yeah.
one's talking, the other one's going.
I guess
He's doing
to
like a bunch of
answer the
that.
question,
It's in the very beginning of the video. We might have to watch it at some point, but the very beginning of the video, the therapist thing is just like so. It's just a strange.
yeah, it's
Everything
just
about it is
weird.
just very strange. I don't know.
I
mm,
Like I
I
don't know.
think I don't think I don't think he's ta I don't know if tainted's the right word. He's definitely like and it's kind of the same word. He's like stained. Like everything he's gonna put out forever, there's gonna be like a you're like, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like it may be good.
The Chris Rock slapper Will Smith just come out with a new movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of those things.
yeah.
They should
I
start
don't.
putting Jada Pinkett Smith's husband, or yeah, just put that instead of putting Will Smith. Just say Jada Pinkett Smith's husband is in this new movie.
Hmm,
That'd be a great way
Yeah.
to reverse it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's tainted for me though. I mean,
yeah, it's hard to say.
I think he I think he's just kind of naive, maybe is a good word to
Hmm.
put it. But
Yeah, it
like
definitely seems like it.
he wanted to respect his wife. I think it was the wrong way to go about it. And you could
Yeah.
have had words after the thing, but that's also a very watched uh show, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
It's
it was
just
crazy when it happened, but I don't think it bothers me at all. I feel like every celebrity is quirky, you know?
yeah. It's just like well, just
Is he a
worries me. He
Scientologist?
just yes, he just worries me.
Ah,
He just worries me is what I'm saying. Like this is like I feel like we're on the precipice of something because like this new song or like these new songs he's coming out with came out of it has like divorce midlife crisis vibes. And I'm kind of nervous.
yeah,
That is a
that'll
good
happen.
point.
Is he
That's what I mean. Like,
divorced? Because when I first saw it, I was like, he's divorced, right? And then I was talking to
yeah,
Dub, and Dub was like, he's not divorced, is he? And I was like, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Dude. You haven't seen the video, Mason?
it
Trace, you haven't
is.
seen the
It
video.
is.
It has divorced dad vibes, hardcore.
Now
It's
that you've
so
said it,
strange.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
I don't think he's like
he
he
should be
puts
on
out.
he should be on a motorcycle in one of these scenes of the music video. Like it's
Yeah,
so divorced dad vibes.
everything has like Van said, a very pretty sheen, like very
Yeah.
well produced. But there's like, but it's almost like a
Uh,
step too
It's like
far,
nothing's real. Everything's
where it's
manipulated.
like, wait, yeah, like what? This doesn't feel genuine, or this feels like you're trying to look
Yeah.
genuine rather than just
Yeah.
being like a genuine cool
Yeah.
yeah.
thing. I don't know,
Like,
and
what?
that's kind of how like everything he's
N-
put out in the last 2 years has that feel where you're
Yeah.
like, it feels like you're trying so hard to like put everything else behind you and like get ahead of it, but it's like, dude, we all remember like everything else. Like, I don't know.
That's why I couldn't get into the new Captain America movie. I
I
tried.
haven't seen it.
I got like 6 minutes in, and I was like, I can't watch this.
Yeah,
I can't. I don't think I can. Not right now, at least.
I
They
haven't
are
seen it.
legally separated though.
Ah, there we go.
But
There we
guess
go.
since when?
I'm
Like
gonna say
2020.
no. I'm gonna
Like,
say like 4 months ago.
2016.
Holy shit, that's wild. That makes sense.
they're
Though.
running like a common law.
Keep my
The
wife's
state
name.
of
So
California
it's like,
doesn't even
well,
have
what if she was like,
common
I'm not your
law.
wife?
They're still legally married.
Sure.
They've never signed papers.
Well, they're
They
Scientologists,
just
so they can't
have
get
different
divorced.
homes and live different lives.
And
Yeah,
their
they
kids are grown, so it's like not, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
not a big
no
deal,
really
I'm
thing
sure.
holding them
they're both
together.
they're both making money off of each other, bashing on the other. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
maybe
Why
it's
not?
all a stunt, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, ever since that
That's
happened,
fucking,
Will Smith has been way more popular.
he has, you can assume he has plenty of money. He's achieved a lot of things. I mean, it's not like he's going after like Oscar roles at the moment. Maybe, I guess he just won one, but like still, like what's the motivation to put out I Like Pretty Girls?
Exactly.
Like
What are you
what
doing?
is
What are you doing?
what is it? It's not like it's
Is
this
this is
banger
it maybe
song.
is it supposed to be the song of the summer? Because it's not. It's not. The beat
Yeah.
is good. The lyrics are not good. Um,
Or does he know that people will like meme it or make fun of it or talk about it on a podcast? So then that's the traction it can gain. It's like
could
either
be.
way, it's weird.
It's weird either way. You know what he should have done instead of the I Like Pretty Girls video?
Pursuit of
Couple.
Happiness too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes,
It's a
obviously,
great
but
movie.
he should have like a really good movie, like a heartfelt movie that would really boost his numbers for sure, get him to more sympathy. No, he should have like 2 years ago. He should have just like remember when Obama, everyone was like, "Thanks Obama" for like the smallest things. They'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It
"Oh,
was
oh,
just a
fucking,
joke.
do you hear about that asteroid that fucking hit the moon? Thanks Obama." And Obama came out with a video of him with like a little glass of milk and a big chocolate cookie, and he was like, "Dunk dunk." Thanks, Obama. Remember
Doink.
that? And that was fucking awesome. That was
Yeah. That was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
Will Smith should have done a video of him eating spaghetti. What was he
Yeah.
thinking? He should have got in front of that meme because that meme is still strong.
And
It's
it's gonna get
still powerful.
stronger.
I mean, that they've obviously they've updated that to where it looks like he's actually eating spaghetti. It's not like the funny video, but like people still remember that specific. That's an AI like specific video, like early AI. So
I
he
have
should
no
have.
idea what you're talking about.
You've never seen the video of Will Smith eating
The like
spaghetti.
first AI prompt of Will
You've never
Smith eating
seen the
spaghetti.
video of
No.
AI Will Smith eating spaghetti.
It's like the
No.
wackiest 30 seconds you've ever seen. Because it's like
Hmm.
it's like the very beginning where it's like everything's out of proportion and the spaghetti like rolls into his mouth. It's so weird.
Okay.
Oh wow, that was fast.
Let me. I'm not sharing sound though.
Oh, this is
Oh
the
my.
comparison.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay.
Hello, darling.
Well, surely this is the first part, right?
Yeah. This is the original. That's how it used to look. See, he should have gotten in front of this. I like that he eats with his hands. It's awesome, dude. I haven't seen this in a while.
I haven't either. It's
No,
funny
this
how
is
it's
That's
the
it
like
new
now.
one.
This is the new one. See, now it's all updated. It
Yeah.
still doesn't
Good. It
quite
still
look
looks
like Will
fake.
Smith. It's still
it looks like John Jones.
that one looked real right there. That did look like John
Yeah.
Jones.
It looked like John Jones eating spaghetti.
John Jones doesn't even look.
Oh,
Oh my God, what is happening in that?
or your
Here?
nipples.
I'm Will Smith in the I Like Pretty Girls video.
It's a bad day.
It's a bad day to
Oh
be
no,
Mason and
your heads are
Trace.
exploding. It's like scanners.
Oh, it's
Oh,
actually
No,
perfect
no.
because I have a blue hat. He had a red shirt.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That worked out well.
Let me fix this here real fast. Oh yeah, where's Mason?
I'm over here.
I
I'm here.
lost him.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm moving closer now.
Anyway,
Saute.
so that is what I think he should have gotten ahead of. Mason, do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah, I think he could have made that funny for sure.
Should have done something with it, I guess. They should have done
Yeah.
like a hot dog eating contest, but with like Will Smith, like a spaghetti eating contest of Will Smith versus AI Will Smith. That would have been fun, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. The advice question we had today, should we just go ahead and move to that?
Sure.
So this is not really advice. This guy I'm worried about him, so I think we need to talk about this. He wants to know if various items like sour cream and cottage cheese is just manipulated expired dairy product. Why do we throw away the old milk and just use it for those reasons instead of buying the same product again? Like if sour cream is just expired milk, why throw out the expired milk and buy sour cream separately rather than just making the sour cream yourself? I think cottage cheese maybe and other things are technically just expired dairy products, but we're taught to throw it away and to rebuy the good item. Well, first off, it's not expired. Sour cream is not expired milk. That's disgusting. It's like it's fermented
Where's your
milk.
science?
It's fermented milk. There's my science. It's fermented.
Sounds expired to me.
I'm pretty sure this person says that they smelled their milk and it smelled like sour cream. So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mess with milk or cheese. Dairy is like if it's not ice cream, I'm not having it. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm very far away from this
you
question.
you didn't even know about the milk flakes when I asked you about that, and that was wild.
Yeah, no, that was a very normal thing apparently. And I was just
Very
like,
normal.
that sounds disgusting.
Oh yeah, you don't drink enough milk, so that's what it is. That's why your bones are so
No,
brittle.
I do not.
You're like that fish
Haven't
from
broken a bone.
SpongeBob. with chocolate. Your bones are made of glass, and your skin's made of paper. So yeah, you throw out sour milk. It's our sour milk. Don't eat that. Don't. It is a funny thought to like you open your milk and it's expired and it smells like sour cream, and you're like, oh hell yeah, dude, taco night. And then you like
Ew.
you like pour that on a bunch of burrito shells or whatever.
Oh,
Start taking some
pour
tortilla
it.
chips and like dipping. You pour the expired milk into, because it's gonna come out in like chunks, right? Because it's expired. And and then you can just take some chips and you just sour cream. I like when my milk turns into sour cream. That's something you'd see on like My Strange Addiction.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
just
eating
eating
expired.
expired milk.
Oh, it finally the disgusting idea, like thought of that finally just hit me. It was like a
Yeah,
10-second delay. Just, oh, someone like actively
Yeah,
eating sour milk from the carton. Oh,
that's
yeah.
so nasty, dude.
I need my
But
Waterloo.
but yeah, you should definitely throw that out. The fake answer though is capitalism. They just train you to buy the new stuff,
Right, of course. See, that's
but
the thing.
don't actually try to make that.
Again,
Like
that's
it's
a
not going
great
to
theory.
work.
I also believe that this person is some sort of anti-capitalist, and they're actually like they're in some sort of like weird psychosis spiral where
Could be.
they're seeing things, they're seeing patterns where there's no patterns. So they're seeing this as a thing of like when you buy a car that's like shitty, it breaks down really easy because they want you to just buy a new car every 10 years or every 5 years rather than just have a car that actually works and lasts forever, that they can build without any issues, but they just choose not to. They think it's like that, when it's just no, dairy products are made and manipulated in different ways. You can make sour cream at home, just not like this,
You
right?
probably
Yeah,
need non-expired milk for that.
yeah.
You probably just, well, I don't even
I think
know.
you need more ingredients is what you need. Not
I know
it's
sour
not
cream is
just
fermented.
milk.
Cottage
Yeah,
cheese,
you
I
need like
don't
some
know.
cottage somewhere. I guess you just gotta go to your local woods. You'll find a cottage out there, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, right. You scrape it off the sides. Right. That's
Yeah, you
right.
would
It
think that
grows
bark would be nasty though.
grows like mold. Um,
Ew.
yeah, what about cottage cheese? Well, what about butter? Because butter is just like milk that's churned, right? So you churn it, you churn it, you churn it, you churn it all night long in your bedroom. You churn your milk. And do you have to like, it has to be fresh milk, I assume. Not
Well,
rotten
isn't it
milk.
like lard put in there too?
I have no
Like some kind of fattening
Hey,
thing?
listener, there's more to it than just milk going bad.
Yeah,
That's
these are
actually
like
Oh,
milk
that's the
going
industrial
bad.
point.
processes.
Milk going bad isn't even part of the process. So like
Yeah,
just put that part out of your mind. Any expired milk that you're saving to make into cream, don't use it. You need actual like good milk for that. So yeah,
yeah.
there's more to it than just letting it spoil.
I will just say I'm a sour cream and a cottage cheese fiend. And
I
if
love
that's
cottage
how you
cheese.
made it, I would be aware of it already.
I hate
Because
cottage cheese. I hated it if I found that
if
out.
if you just let it had to go bad, then I would be
Yeah.
buying a lot more milk and leaving it out
Mm.
because that stuff is so good. But yeah, I
Mm.
think you need more ingredients. There's definitely got to be a process
Yeah.
to it. I think it just comes from like it being chunky. Like, did they just look kind of
Yeah,
similar?
and if you're eating cottage cheese and you for a second, this is like Will Smith's career. If you for a second think about the fact, oh, not Will Smith's, I guess this is like Roman Polanski's career. If you for a second think about that, it might ruin the vibe.
Yeah.
Might. It doesn't have to, like with Michael Jackson, like it doesn't have to ruin the vibe.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it's one of those things that can deflate that fun balloon
Yeah,
pretty significantly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty significantly, to where you're like, maybe if I listen to like a really, really, like if I listen to Jackson 5 before any of those allegations happened,
hear
I
that
can
clear.
enjoy that music, right?
Yeah,
That's pre allegations. We can talk. We can talk about that
we've
like
done. I
live
think
stream. That's a
we
live
did
stream
a
discussion.
really long discussion on if the art is good, but the artist is bad. Is the art still good? We
Yeah,
did a super long discussion on that, like probably 100 episodes ago.
I hired a plumber, and then he fixed my toilet, and then I find
Yeah,
out outside of work he cheats on his wife.
yeah.
That is, I'm
It
still
has
gonna hire
nothing to
him
do. Yeah,
to fix my toilet. I don't have a wife. If I had a wife, maybe I'd. You know what? We're not gonna get into the discussion. We'll do that's a live. We can save that
Yeah.
debate for like a live Patreon thing. So we'll pocket that. We'll put that slip that in your pocket, in your front pocket, in the breast pocket.
That's like finding
that's
a
where I keep
20
my
on the
sand.
park
yeah,
bench.
well, make some room.
That's where I keep my spaghetti noodles.
Ooh.
I keep pulled pork in mine. Let's move on to something else.
I made a note. If we were wanting to play a game, I'm a big country music, old country music fan, and I didn't know if you guys were, so I was going to test your knowledge on that.
Oh, I am not. So.
With a little fill in the blank.
I don't know much. What you got? I know Willie Nelson exists.
Well, it's just fill in the blank song lyrics. I have a bunch of them, but I figured if we just did a handful, we could come back to it if you guys want.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll start with a song by. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I left the screen, so I just want to make sure.
You're looking good, Mickey Mouse.
He has no idea we can't actually see him.
Yeah.
We'll start with a guy named Roger Miller.
Okay.
He has a song called "Dang Me."
Yeah.
Like "Dang Me."
And
I'll just am I allowed? I'm not gonna really sing it, but I'll read the thing, and you guys can fill in the blank. You ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm the seventh of seven sons. My pappy was a blank. I'm a son of a gun.
Pistol.
My daddy was a whore. Oh.
Man's right.
Is it pistol?
Okay. Nice.
My pappy was a pistol. I'm a son of a gun.
I like the alliteration.
Yeah. Potato.
Pappy was a pistol.
That's really funny.
That's awesome. Hey, by the way, Dang Me, don't like that name. That's a weird name for a song.
Never
heard this song before.
That's a song that was probably made like in the 60s.
Yeah.
So it's like,
does it go like does it go like dang me? It kind of gives you.
He goes, dang me, dang me. They ought to take a rope and hang me.
Oh.
He's saying like
way off the vibe.
Yeah. But
it's
Roger Miller, so it's like fun.
Does
and
not
plucky.
really sound like a suicidal guy. Like he just seems like he messed up one spot.
Yeah, it's country boy. Country boys are all depressed.
Yeah, true.
Okay, let's see. How about an Elvis song? But it's more in the country vibe.
Bad.
It's called Lonesome Cowboy.
Okay.
And it's a super unique song. I recommend people going to listen to it. It doesn't really sound like an Elvis song, but it's from one of his movies. He says, I am just a lonesome cowboy and I'm traveling all alone. I ain't even got a blank to call my baby on the phone.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Phone?
I ain't
that doesn't make sense.
even got a blank to call my baby on the phone.
It's either a tune.
It's either dime or nickel.
Oh, for a payphone.
I think, right? Or is that wrong?
You are in the right.
I'm in the right. I ain't even got a proper
blank
grammar education.
To call my baby on.
Ain't got a. Is it penny? I'm just trying to think of like what the currency would be back then.
Well, it's got to do something with phone, right?
Ain't even got a tone.
Like, to call my baby on the phone.
Ain't even got a phone book.
Quarter.
A quarter?
It's a nickel.
It is nickel. So it is nickel.
Yeah, it is nickel. Yeah.
Nickel phone.
Well, you kept spitting stuff, so I'm like, well, I guess I'll wait till he gives.
I guess a bullseye is close to the middle.
Yeah.
You didn't lie to me.
Yeah.
Okay, give us one more.
Okay, one more. There's a song by a guy named Webb Pierce.
Okay. Webb Pierce.
Webb Pierce. Two B's, yeah. Webb Pierce.
Okay, I like that.
Sophisticated.
It's a song called There Stands the Glass.
Ooh.
And in it, he says, I'm wondering where you are tonight. I'm wondering if you are all right. I wonder if you think of me in my blank. I'm wondering where you are tonight. I'm wondering if you are all right. I wonder if you think of me in my blank.
Oh,
In my blank.
I still kind of
In
think
my
sleep
if you think
because
of me.
there's like that urban legend. If you dream of someone, they're thinking about you.
Yeah.
Yep,
I wonder
yep.
if you think of wait, okay, what was that last line again?
I wonder
If
if
you
you
think of
think of me in my blank.
in my blank.
Yeah.
I
I'm
wonder
And
if
going
I'm
you
with
think
sleep
of me in my I wonder if you think of me in my
or TP.
turlet.
Hmm.
I wonder if you think of me in my
In my '69 Chrysler.
I'm gonna give you a strange hint. I think, but yeah, it's a state.
I
It's a
State of
wonder if
state,
you
mind.
think of me in my drunken
sort of.
stupor.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. It's a United State.
Oh,
In my wait, I wonder if you think of me. He owns a
Um,
state. Webb
in my
Pierce owns a
Alaska.
state
In
in
my
my
Maine.
in my district of Puerto Rico.
um, yeah, that's a really obscure hint, but
Wait,
you'll get
in
it when I say it.
In my
is
New
it
Mexico.
is it the Okie from Muskogee or whatever? Is it
No,
that
no, that's a
guy?
different. No, that's a different song. That's
In
good though. Good
my
knowledge.
in my in
It would have to
my
be like Maine or like some kind of like
It does
actual
start with an
word.
M.
Oh, that's like seven of them.
in my I'm gonna say Michigan,
Massachusetts.
Maryland,
Where do we live?
Ooh.
Missouri.
Yeah, it's
It's
Missouri.
No
Missouri.
way.
But I this is why I said it's kind of a strange hint. He actually says misery, but the way he
Ah,
spaces it out, it
In
does kind
my
of sound like
Missouri.
yeah. He says, "I wonder if you think of me in my misery," is how he
Oh,
says it, but it is the word
oh, I get it.
misery.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah,
cool. Yeah, I
yeah.
like
It's a
that
fun
game.
one.
It's
I
fun
did
because
too.
we really have to really blind guess and kind of just
Yeah,
think of country tropes that would fit there.
right. That's kind
Yeah.
of what I was gonna go for. Is like, and I have a whole lot more already written out or typed or whatever because sometimes they're super obvious, but I also listen to the songs constantly, so it seems obvious,
Right.
Hmm.
but it's not.
Maybe we
So,
should all do that. We should all find a genre of music and try to and
well,
try
that's
and bring
kind of what
those
I
in.
figured. Yeah, you guys could do is find
Like all
songs that I
rock.
definitely wouldn't listen to.
I'll do Broadway. All right. Um, it's summertime. We're past Fourth of July, which means sports are running rampant all through the world. Well, America. Um, and so a big thing in sports is hating the other teams, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's a big communal thing
I
hating other
hate those
teams.
guys.
Yeah, they don't live in my general area of the country, so they
Yeah. They
suck.
stink and they don't follow the
Yeah,
rules like my team doesn't.
exactly. So I have a fun little map here of the most hated team in every state and province. Now, don't say any guesses, please.
Oh,
But this is a because you don't know what this is because it's a kind of a weird title because everyone I've told it to has interpreted it differently. This is
Oh,
this is the teams that the majority of the people in the state hate. So it's majority of Missourians hate this particular team. It's not any
right.
particular sport, any sport, baseball, basketball, football, it doesn't matter.
Right.
This team is hated the most by this state. That's
Right.
what it is, okay? So let me get this.
Oh, I got it for Missouri.
Yes, that way. There we go.
oh, yes, I got it right. For
Oh, so
Missouri.
that was my first guess, but
Yeah.
then I was going to switch to KU.
So we got the
Oh,
Cubs.
that would have made sense too.
So we got the
Yeah,
Cubs for
but
the Missouri, obviously. That one's a pretty much like a no-brainer. Illinois Cardinals, also kind of a
Yeah,
no-brainer.
fair,
Here's the
fair.
yeah.
here's the one I want to draw your attention to first. Way over here, Nevada, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Las
Yeah.
Vegas Raiders, baby.
Is that oh that's right. I didn't think
Because
about the
We own
Raiders.
that
I know
place.
I no, I know why though, because early on in the Chiefs' career, they were not good at football. So everyone in Vegas would bet on them and then they would win the games they weren't supposed to, so they'd lose money. And then they would
Uh,
lose the games they were supposed to, and so they would lose money. Now it's probably a little bit better. They probably don't hate them as much, but still, it's just like if you were betting on the Super Bowl. Like that was probably not a good time for Nevadians.
Mm, that's true.
Hmm.
I guess that makes sense. Um, some of this it does kind of make sense everywhere I look. Some of it's a little bit surprising, like the Kansas City one, but like I mean, up in
I
you got
like
the
how
Northeast.
Virginia is the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, we got in fact quite a few Cowboys over there. Pennsylvania's a
But I
Cowboy,
mean,
or New Jersey. I mean,
I think Cowboys are like probably the
Delaware,
most notoriously hated team anywhere
Yeah.
you go. Like I think that's pretty
DC,
common.
Maryland doesn't like the Steelers. That's for sure. But everywhere else in the Northeast is all
Well,
Mets.
that's like you just think like, okay, Maryland, that's Baltimore, so the Raider or the Ravens don't like the Steelers, and then like in Texas, it's the Eagles. It's like, oh yeah, because Dallas, and then you go up to where Philadelphia is, and you're like, oh yeah, it's Dallas. So
The real question is why does Hawaii hate Gonzaga?
I was also
why
gonna
does
ask that. Why does
Hawaii,
Hawaii hate them? Because
Gonzaga,
Alaska hates San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Alaska hates what? Why?
Why does
Alaska's got nothing
I
against
don't
them.
know. Well, it's the
I don't
They
know.
state.
wish.
I
I don't
feel like
know.
some people hate San Francisco for
I
whatever reason.
wow, but like, who does Alaska cheer for? I wonder who like their predominant like
Hey,
team
Yeah.
they cheer for
Idaho
is.
also hates the same as Hawaii.
What's going on in Montana? What is that?
The
Vandals?
Vandals? Is that
I don't
Iowa?
I don't
Iowa
even
Vandals, I
The
guess.
I don't
Idaho
even
Vandals?
know.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know that
Oh,
team.
Idaho maybe.
Look
I don't
them.
Yeah,
know.
I
Someone look
don't
them
even know
up.
what that is.
Someone do some crack research. Who's below the Vandals? What is that? What's the Rams? Is that just the
Colorado
Rams?
State.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, some of these I didn't recognize because I just don't know some of the sports and whatnot. But the Northeast all hating the Mets makes sense to me.
Yeah.
The North hating the Green Bay, that makes sense to me.
I like how
Oh
You got
my
every
gosh.
yeah.
It is Idaho Vandals, and it is their campus is located in Moscow, Idaho.
ay ay
Mhm.
ay,
That's
dude.
unfortunate.
That's a rough. That's weird. That's
I think it's
weird.
funny how Kansas like they hate the
That's funny.
Raiders more than like Mizzou or something.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh
if
yeah.
I mean, I know Kansas City is kind of sharing those two states, but like, yeah, I don't care that much about Las Vegas. I would say I hate KU more than I hate Vegas or the Raiders, I guess.
I don't know
Yeah.
what this is, the
The
northern of
Lakers,
Canada, but like
the
all the hate is for
Celtics.
the Bruins. It's
Yeah.
like all the North provinces hate Boston.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what any of these provinces are,
Well,
but
No, me neither.
that's not where the real hockey's done, you know.
it's true. I mean, I also hate the Bruins, so it's
How
fine.
many people live in that area that is the Bruins spot? Like, doesn't the population thin
True. This
drastically
is the thing.
as
This
you
is the thing.
get up there?
Hey, you know what? Honestly, that's the thing with Montana as well with the Vandals. Montana is so sparse as a population. So like, yeah, how many? There's like one town that really hates Idaho Vandals, and
Yeah.
that's why that just they have the leverage.
Yeah.
All
Some
of
of these are
California hating the Celtics.
some of these seem very appropriate, and others are like, I mean, I'm sure people don't like them, but
Yeah,
What's right above Kansas? Is that Nebraska?
I was gonna say yes. That's Nebraska. I guess
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
OU,
is that
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, so Oklahoma. So Kansas, like Oklahoma just bypasses Kansas hate or something. Like it just skips a state. That's
Hmm.
crazy.
Guess so. This was
Is
made
that LSU, the
the
purple tiger?
I think
Yeah,
I'd assume
yep.
so. Yeah, and then
Dang,
you got the
they like
Saints.
ran the gambit down there.
Oh, here's the thing. I went to a game in LSU and
Death
they
Valley,
don't have the
baby.
they don't have the best crowd. I'll give them that.
You could definitely make an argument that KU is probably way stronger of a hate than I don't know. The Cubs is a good choice though,
The Cubs
I
for
but
the
think the Cubs
Missouri
is
is
a
a
KU
good
good
just seems like
choice.
choice.
a wider spread.
But I
Everyone I've
wonder if
explained it
like
to has said Missouri is going to be Cubs, and I'm like, well, you ruined the
I just
Yeah,
surprise. But yeah,
I just need to know like Royals fans because like dude, I don't think they hate the Cubs, you
that's
know.
what I
But
mean.
I
Like
do I do think more Royals fans hate KU
for
because more
sure.
Royals fans are Mizzou fans probably.
mm,
You make a really good logic there because half of the baseball population hates the Cubs. The other one doesn't care because they're in a
Right.
different league, so they
right.
don't care.
Yeah.
And then but all sports, MU versus KU, we hate them. So it does seem like there would be more, but fair enough.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know.
I mean,
didn't
I
look like
guess
it.
the Cubs, so I don't know.
Yeah, but that was my first guess. Like it was that's definitely one of those two are definitely always going to be the right answer, I think.
But then when
Yeah.
I really think about it, I don't hate the Cubs. It's just
No.
fun to like, I don't know, disagree with people
Well,
liking them, I guess.
That
I don't
makes you a lot better
Yeah.
than a lot of people who I assume probably really hate anyone they see that wears Cubs uniforms. Like they
Yeah.
legit like
Yeah.
it's like, but those people also think that Tom Cruise is really an agent, like a secret agent.
You see those videos of the guy, like his whole channel, I don't know what it's called. It's just him dressing up in the opposing team's jersey and he'll go stand like in the parking lot. And he doesn't do anything but just like the vile shit that people throw at him.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
You're just
yeah.
like he's not like doing anything. Now there's clips of him like taunting back
Sports
like
fans are
for
crazy.
views, but it's like
Yeah.
for the most part, like if you just walk in there, like there's places I wouldn't go with a Mizzou jersey or a Cardinals jersey or
Right.
whatever. I mean, more than likely nothing's gonna happen, but you never know.
Mm.
People are freaking dumb. Then you add alcohol and everything
Yeah.
else. It gets
Dumb,
scary.
angry, sad. Bad combo.
Yeah.
And then you add gladiators to the mix. Yeah, it's rough.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're getting kind of close to the end, but I kind of have one more thing I want to show you guys if you will allow me. It's really interesting. I think it's gonna be for Trace.
Oh.
It's this thing I found. This is a new thing, this new innovation for keeping your
Okay.
house cool, saving you money. You're building a house. This could be useful for you.
This could
It'd
be
save
helpful.
you energy. You don't even need AC. How much money does that save you?
A lot.
Yeah, because this you can get 2 words for you, Trace. Sweaty paint.
Ew.
Sweaty paint.
That's gonna help me? This is like the I want the car to stink pitch and I think you should leave.
Stinky.
Stinky. Yeah, like that's
No,
what
not
this
that.
sounds like.
No, this is sweaty paint. This is a
Sweaty
new
paint?
revolution in paint that reacts to moisture, which causes it to sweat or leach out. It kind of works, kind of like Dune. It kind of works like our skin. It's porous, so like it absorbs water from the air. This is like for extremely humid areas, where they get a lot of sun and a lot of rain. It absorbs water from the air, holds it,
Okay.
and then when it gets really really hot, it like lets the water out. The water like comes out of it and like cools the wall off. So then it like makes it not so hot.
Weird.
So it's
like
not as hot in the room.
Similar to how sweat evaporates from the human body.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Neat.
dude.
Reduces the need for air conditioning, designed to work in humid environments, offering a low energy solution for cooling buildings.
The paint's porous structure holds water and slowly releases it. Yeah.
Oh, you can't like hang any artwork up though.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering like how that would work with like wood. If they get a bunch of water on your wood, isn't that like just gonna get moldy? If it's on your walls, like a bunch of water.
Is this an inside thing or an outside thing though?
The testing they did on it was
It has to
outside.
be.
It was for outside. They use it for like painting houses, like small houses.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's just keeping moist or like the heat off of the building, it makes sense to me. But I was thinking inside your bedroom, and I'm like, this is nasty.
No, I think it keeps the outside cool.
That makes more sense.
It traps heat. So like you don't have heat coming into your house as much.
That makes sense. But like
because your house gets like when the sun hits the outside of your house, the walls get hot, and then that heat gets transferred into the house.
And then your air conditioning goes up.
Don't give me that.
I think we should start painting roads white.
Okay.
To reflect the sunlight. So they don't like cities like really struggle with heat because like everything they have is just getting like the heat just gets sucked into the road and the buildings trap it.
Yeah.
But if you paint everything white, it would reflect it off.
Right.
So
well, that's a big thing with this thing is
the road.
In cities, they have like the heat is absorbed into the road and then that emits, then it's like it goes into the road and like the road like reflects all that heat out. Right. And then the buildings suck up that heat and the buildings get hot. So then the buildings start using more electricity to power their ACs, which makes everything hot because the AC is pumping hot air out, which is getting sucked into the road, which is getting emitted right back out. So it makes, I think they're called heat
So it's a
traps.
circle. It's a
It's like a
circle.
circle, an urban
I
heat
like how
trap is
me
what
and
they
Trace
call
did
it.
that right at the same time.
Yeah. So this
I was
paint
waiting.
anyway. This paint could be useful for painting the outside of houses. They've been doing it in Singapore because they have really high like problems with that.
So is the cost of getting it here in terms of shipping gonna offset what I could just pay for air conditioning?
It's going to cost a
Maybe.
little bit more to ship it, but overall,
Yeah.
in the long term, though, you won't have to use AC ever.
That would be nuts.
And
And
with
if
the
you ever get
rolling blackouts about to come, yeah, it's probably what you want.
if you ever get thirsty, you just walk out to your house and you give the wall a little squish, and it squirts water into your mouth
Oh,
like
that'd
a
be
teat.
It's like a Willy Wonka.
Mm.
You can lick the walls.
Ugh.
I would do that
I just imagine
anyway.
like a water bed, but like on that's like standing up. And it's like kind of squishy, like the wall.
I
Oh,
I
I
hope it's
hate
like
that.
Yeah,
microscopically
it's like
holding water.
nanoparticles and shit.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean. Like
yeah.
it's not like visibly
Yeah.
holding water.
I don't think it's like dripping wet when it's like super hot.
That's what, but like sweaty wall
I
or
bet it.
sweaty paint kind of gives off
Sweaty.
the.
Well, it's not like sweaty walls. Sweaty walls is a problem when you're getting like when your
Yeah, it
walls
sounds like
are.
a mold
Yeah, it is exactly what that
starter
is.
here.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, this whole thing seems weird. But
But if it's
apparently,
outside, it makes more sense. But still,
yeah. Well, we'll get some and we'll try it out.
that's interesting though. That's like when they asked people 100 years ago what they thought the future would be like. There's no way anybody guessed
I thought the walls would be
that.
sweaty. The walls
Yeah.
are real wet.
I think we're gonna have develop something to trap the heat in your home and in the paint. And you're like, what?
Dude, come on
And then
down
they
to
killed that guy that
come
said
on
that.
down to Willie's wet white walls to get your wet sweaty wall paint. Go to www.www.com. Willie's wet white walls. There we go. Thanks for
Yeah.
sponsoring us, Willie.
I just don't like how they're wet and white.
Don't touch my blank.
I feel like Willie.
What's
I feel like they're, but with an IE. I feel
Yeah.
like they're going to,
Trick question.
yeah. If you paint your walls white with this sweat paint, they're gonna yellow over time. They're gonna get a little stained in the
Nope.
corners.
They don't
the
do that.
pits.
That's the test. They tested it against two other brands, and the first brand, normal paint, turned yellow. Second brand of light reflecting, like it was supposed to like specifically cooling paint,
Okay.
also turned yellow after 2 years of rain and shine. The third paint, this special kind of paint, the sweaty wall paint, it did
Singapore
not.
sweat.
It was still white. I didn't see any
Interesting.
pictures. That was just what it said in the article, so I don't have proof of that.
Now they paid
but
them off.
probably. But apparently the other two houses turned yellow. This one did not.
Interesting.
So check
Okay.
out Willie's wet white wall paint
I'm
today.
convinced enough to research.
I have something that's kind of 4th of July related.
Okay,
So
we got.
it's a question. If your significant other has been kidnapped and is being held in a location 30 minutes away, you're driving a rescue there. Are you listening to music?
Whoa. No. 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 I would be.
It's a,
I'm one of those people that
it's a
when I get
warm night and the windows are down. Everything's cool. Everything's
trying to sell
nice, except your significant other has been kidnapped and you're like going to rescue him.
I love this
But
question.
everything else is super chill.
I would. I feel like I would probably start just because it'd be like instinct to just start playing music.
Yeah.
But then I'd probably be like, oh, I'm not in the mood for this.
yeah.
I don't know. I think I would get a
But then
hype playlist.
I would
going
shut it
and
off
be
a
like,
little
"Here,
for a
here,
little
let's
bit.
go, let's go.
I'd shut it off for a little bit, and then I'd
That's
probably
really
be like,
funny.
I'm getting way too in my own head. Like I'm getting like my thoughts are racing, so like I feel like I need to distract myself. But I also don't want to pull
Yeah.
up to the drop off location blasting like Call Me Maybe.
Make my way downtown. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make my way downtown to pick up my wife who's being kidnapped. Yeah. That would be a bad look, I feel like, but
I would just say no because I'm one of those people that like if I'm in a stressful driving situation, I will turn the radio down so I can see better.
Fair
So
enough. Yeah, I get that.
no.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
also
30
don't listen.
minutes.
I don't,
38 minutes is
yeah,
a
that's a long
long
time.
time. It's a long time.
I
It's a
don't listen to a
long
lot of
time.
music in the car.
I
Probably put
think
like
it's
a
justified as long as the music doesn't make you happy. I think whatever song's
oh
playing,
no, I
as long
can't
as it
do
makes you
that.
sad or
I won't do
If
it
angry,
it,
then.
it
that's
has to be a
acceptable.
hype up, yeah,
Angry.
like an anger hype
I would play the Dead Kennedy.
songs.
I'd be blasting the Dead Kennedys. And be like, I'm looking to chop someone's fucking head off right now.
Yeah.
Maybe
But also, we
maybe a
don't really know the
podcast.
whole situation, you know? Like,
What if you get the
Definitely can't
call?
listen to a podcast.
what
What if
did
you get
your
the call?
significant other say? You know, like, what happened? Like, you got to know both sides.
What if you got the call and they're like, bring the money to this location, and you're like, okay, I will, and you hang up, and you get your phone, you check the map, and you're like, okay, 30 minutes away, and you're like, oh shit, I can finish my audiobook on the way. Like,
No
would you
way.
can you
No.
imagine getting that thought?
Unless the audio thing is like dealing with kidnapping for dummies, you cannot listen to that
Oh, dude, I
book.
can finally finish that Windwalker book I've been trying out.
Yeah.
Finally.
No.
That's hilarious.
It's
That's
just like,
awesome.
well, I mean, I can't listen to music, but
That's a really funny question.
What if you're driving though and you're like, oh, I'm driving too fast. I'm actually gonna This is gonna be like 10 minutes left of the book by the time I get there. Like, and you're like, I gotta you start slowing down. You're like, maybe I'll take a quick detour just so I can like finish this book first. And
That's
you get there, she's
crazy.
dead. Your wife's dead.
there's
You're like,
like,
no, I needed to finish the
oh,
book. I need to finish the chapter. The
hmm.
intervention code, the twist is on the last page.
Just like, dude, I thought you said 1:30. It's 1:30 right now. It's like I saw you circling the parking lot like 5 times. I figured you were calling the cops or something.
It was a
I
good
was finishing
book.
my book.
Band
It
of
was a good
Brothers.
part.
Have you
It
read
was a
it?
good part.
Okay, they made 2 movies out
If
of
I
it.
shut off the car now, it's going to restart the whole book, and I don't know where I'm at.
I'm in Speed. If I drop below fifth, I'm trying to finish watching the movie Speed. I gotta see if he blows up the car or
Yeah.
the bus or whatever.
Or
Okay, we're
it's just
getting
like,
yeah.
sorry.
You're good. No, go. Give it to me.
Then you get, you get off the phone. It's like, okay, I got to meet him at 3 a.m. Okay. This is about 25 minutes away. It's 30 minutes till 3. I can get a snack, stop
Yeah,
at
it's
the
not.
gas station.
No,
You stop at the gas station, you're gonna pay it. How's your day going? Fine.
Kind of stressful, so I need you to hurry
it's
this
good,
up.
man.
And just like,
You're behind a
oh
bunch of
wait,
people.
how old is that coffee? Is that pretty fresh?
You like you're behind like 4 people in line, and like it's like you're like getting really antsy. You're like, come on, let's speed it up, and like you like make a big scene, and you don't even pay. You just speed off, and they're like, and it's like you never know what someone's going through, some shit like that. Oh man, okay, we gotta get. We're getting a little bit out. We're getting off
Yeah,
base here. We
sorry,
gotta get out of
sorry.
here. No, Mason, you know what? Since you know what, that was such a good question. I'm gonna make Trace go out first
Okay,
with his social medias.
okay.
You can follow me on Facebook at TDub Projects. I have not been super active. The summer with a 1 year old is a very busy scenario, and but I'm still working on some things. So come check out what I've made in the past. TDub Projects on Facebook. Also, sometimes we stream on Twitch, and we're looking for a new game or looking for a new something to play, or we may get into some old stuff. We don't know. Sometimes we sail the seven seas, and we
I have plenty to play.
yeah. So on
I'm not looking for
Twitch,
anything.
I am TDub, just TDub, TDUB on Twitch. You can follow me there. That's all I got.
I played Power World for the first time. Didn't know
Good
that.
Nice.
stuff.
It was pretty fun. I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on. Didn't see any Pokemon with guns, but it was fun.
Yeah, you got to catch the certain ones, and then you got to
I
build the gun
figured.
for him. But
I figured
anyway,
he hadn't even done like the first mission, so I was like, I'm just gonna do all these missions for
yeah,
you real fast.
yeah, he's too absorbed with
You
his
can
mansion.
He really is. It's like 18 stories now. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's for May only Mason and I. That's a little inside joke between
Yeah.
Mason. Go ahead.
But hi, I'm Mason,
Oh
and you
hi.
can
Oh
find
hello.
me.
Hi. Well, welcome to
Hi.
the show. Path
Yeah,
Is that what your name
58.
is?
One rolling a path
That's what it says at the very bottom there. Yeah. But anyway, uh, you can find me, Mason Greenwell 52, Instagram and Threads and TikTok,
Breads.
uh, Threads,
Oh, threads of bread.
Threads on a. Anyway, and then TikTok, M Greenwee.
You can find me on Instagram at Van Windsor, and at any body of water bigger than a pond, that's where you'll find the Mark Twain Lake rat. Specifically, Mark Twain Lake is where I'm at. Actually, now that I think
Mainly
about it,
that one.
that's actually the only body of water that I'm at. Um, I have a Twitch OnlyFans 23. I'm playing Dune Awakening right now. I haven't streamed in a while, but I was rebuilding. I was trying to like build up a bunch, so I had like a bunch of cool shit, and then I'd start streaming, so I'd like start off on a good thing, and then I was telling Mason how yesterday I got eaten by a worm. I got stuck in quicksand, and I was
It
like, shit.
happens.
And then my sandbike blew up in the quicksand because it sank, and I was like, okay, shit. Where am I supposed to go? And I was explained it. I was in the Pacific Ocean of a desert where there's nothing near me but sand. And then a worm showed up, and I made it 50 yards, and it swallowed me. I woke up in the middle of the desert with no pants on, so I was
Hate when that happens.
completely exposed to the elements, and I was very thirsty. So now I'm trying to get back to like a level where I can at least be able to survive outside, and then I'll start streaming that again. So that'll be very soon. So look for that. You can find the show on Instagram, Mellowbrick or mbr.pod on Instagram. You can follow us there for updates on the show and pics and clips and whatnot. Uh, and on Blue Sky, Mellow Brick Road, we have clips on there as well. As long as YouTube, there's clips. Spotify, there's clips. Patreon has unpaved paths like right after this is done. I'm not even going to edit the sound, baby. It's going raw right on the Patreon. So if you sign up for Patreon, $5 a month to support the show, you get access to that. Access to any like live shows that we do. If we also start doing like live streams on Patreon where we can talk more about the what was it that we were talking about earlier? Was it the Will Smith being tainted, or was
Yep.
it yeah, well, we can talk more. That's a longer discussion. We can spend an entire hour talking about that on Patreon sometime if people want to do that. So let us know. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell. Apple Music, iTunes, give us the rating, 5 stars, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. We love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. Hashtag Big Deck Energy. Keep it going. Wait, I can say I love people.
Yeah.
Even though it's not June, Mason, I can still have pride. I can still show love.
I don't know these people. I guess I believe love is a
Just
more,
it
sacred word that shouldn't just be thrown out.
pre-allegation Michael Jackson. Treat it like that. This is before we don't
I do love
before
Michael Jackson.
before we know anything about these people. We love them because they're people and they watch and support the show. So I love them for that.
Whoa, he brings it home.
If I find out that any of our viewers or listeners are rapists in any way, in any form, physically, verbally, mentally, psychologically, fiscally, stop watching the show. You're
Oh,
banned from the show. I don't want any of that
I like it
nonsense. Also, fascists.
physically.
But that's obvious. I think I've said that plenty of times before. No fascists on this show. Fascist punks, fuck off. That's what I say. Um, Actually, the line is Nazi punks, but you know what I get. So
But
anyway,
they'll tempt them too.
yeah,
Hmm.
them too.
Yeah.
Hello, manifestations, everybody.
Peace and blessings. Happy birthday,
Stay
America.
safe. Oh, yeah. Uh, oh no. I forgot to put on socks.
Oh God, the
Oh
floor is
no.
lava.
We have to reshoot. I do
More
my
like
best work in socks.
more like reshoe.